There are so many examples around us from which we can learn the different laws and concepts in physics. I'm a classical Kathak dancer and I really found something interesting concept in physics which is actually related to dance. So did you ever had a question in your mind that is there something concept in physics related to dance? And the answer is yes. A concept named angular momentum is actually related to dance. So let's take a look. An angular momentum is basically the quantity of rotation of a body which is denoted by letter L and which is the product of its moment of inertia and its angular velocity. That is, L is equal to I into omega, where L is the angular momentum, I is the moment of inertia, and omega is nothing but the angular velocity. An angular momentum is constant as long as no external torque is applied to it. So let's take an example of a dancer. When a dancer takes spin around herself by her hands away from the axis of rotation, that means her body. So let R be her average radius and m be the mass of her body. So I is calculated by the formula I is equal to m into r square. So when a dancer takes spin around herself by her hands away from the axis of rotation, the r, that is average radius, increases, and hence as a result of that I also increases. Hence omega decreases, that means the velocity of her body. Similarly, when the r decreases as hands are kept close to the axis of rotation, that means her body, the angular velocity, that is omega, increases, resulting in a faster velocity.
We can also take an example of skaters and athletes which, according to the phenomena angular momentum, controls the velocity of their rotation. Conservation of angular momentum explains why an ice skater spins more rapidly as she pulls her arms in. One more and a very interesting example of an angular momentum is the rotation of Earth around herself. Since there is only a very tiny resistance to the rotation of the Earth, no torque is required.
So, an angular momentum is something that is conserved for situations that have no external torque.